Is this the secret to the juiciest, crispiest chicken you've ever made in under an hour, straight from the freezer? Or is it a ticking time bomb for your kitchen counter? Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. So, you've seen the infomercials, you've heard the hype, the Nuwave Pro Plus 2 infrared oven. It promises a culinary revolution in a clear plastic dome. They claim it cooks faster, healthier, and with less energy than your conventional oven. You can supposedly throw a rock-solid frozen steak in here and have a perfectly cooked meal in minutes. Sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, that's what I thought. And that's why I've spent the last few months putting this thing to the test. I've cooked everything from that beautiful chicken you just saw to frozen pizzas, roasted vegetables, and even attempted to bake in it. And let me tell you, my experience has been, a roller coaster. In this video, I'm gonna give you the full, unvarnished truth about the Nuwave Pro Plus 2. We'll dive deep into its core features, that so-called triple combo cooking technology of infrared, conduction, and convection. I'll show you how it handles different foods, both fresh and frozen, and we'll talk about the real-world cooking times and results. We'll also get into the nitty-gritty of cleaning this thing. Is it as effortless as they claim? But most importantly, we're gonna address the elephant in the room, the issue that has plagued Nuwave users for years, the infamous cracking dome. I've done my research, I've read the countless reviews, the forum posts, and even the details of a class action lawsuit. So I'll tell you everything you need to know about that potential durability disaster and what Nuwave has done to address it.
First impressions. When you first unbox the Nuwave Pro Plus 2, it feels a bit like you're assembling a small spacecraft. You have the black base, the non-stick liner pan that catches all the drippings, and a reversible stainless steel rack that gives you two different cooking heights. And then, of course, there's the star of the show, the transparent dome, and the power head, which houses the heating element and the fan. My initial impression was that it felt a little, plasticky. The dome in particular didn't inspire a huge amount of confidence in its long-term durability. And given what I already knew about the cracking issue, that was a red flag. But I decided to reserve judgment until I'd put it through its paces. The controls on the power head are digital and fairly intuitive. You have buttons for setting the temperature, the cooking time, and a few presets. One of the big selling points is the 100 pre-programmed cooking functions, but honestly, I found myself mostly using the manual settings. Why? Because the included recipe book is, let's say, basic. It gives you some general guidelines, but for the most part, you'll be doing a bit of guesswork and learning as you go.
The triple combo cooking in action, does it deliver? The magic of the Nuwave, according to the marketing, is its triple combo cooking technology. Let's break that down. Infrared, this is the key. The infrared waves are supposed to penetrate the food, cooking it from the inside out. This is what allows you to cook from frozen without pre-thawing. Conduction. This is the heat transfer from the hot air and the cooking rack to the surface of the food. Convection. A fan in the power head circulates the hot air, ensuring even cooking and browning. So, does this triple threat approach actually work? For the most part, yes. Let's talk about the star of many Nuwave infomercials, the frozen to perfectly cooked meat. I have to admit, I was skeptical. I placed a completely frozen, thick-cut ribeye steak on the rack, set the timer, and watched. And you know what? It worked! The result was a surprisingly juicy and evenly cooked steak with a decent sear. Was it as good as a steak seared in a cast iron skillet? No. But for the convenience of going from freezer to plate in about 20 minutes, it was incredibly impressive. The same goes for chicken. A whole frozen chicken, which would take hours in a conventional oven, was roasted to perfection in a little over an hour. The skin was crispy and the meat was incredibly moist. This is where the Nuwave truly shines. The way it renders fat and keeps the meat succulent is a genuine game changer, especially for busy weeknights. Vegetables also roast up beautifully. Asparagus, broccoli, and potatoes get a nice char and a tender interior. And because everything is contained within the dome, you don't get that
roasting smell filling up your entire house. However, it's not a miracle worker for everything. While you can cook a pizza in here, getting a crispy crust is a challenge. The top gets cooked and bubbly, but the bottom can remain a bit soft. And when it comes to baking, I'd stick to your conventional oven. I tried a batch of cookies, and while they were edible, they didn't bake as evenly as they would on a traditional baking sheet. The top-down heat source just isn't ideal for delicate baked goods.
The cleaning process mostly a breeze with one big exception. Nuwave heavily advertises the easy cleanup, and for the most part, they're right. The base, the liner pan, the rack, and even the dome are all dishwasher safe. After cooking something like a greasy batch of chicken wings, being able to just pop most of the components in the dishwasher is a huge plus. However, there's one part that you can't put in the dishwasher, the power head. And this is where things can get a little tricky. The power head houses all the electronics, the fan, and the heating element, so it can't be submerged in water. You have to wipe it down with a damp cloth. Over time, grease can build up on the protective metal grate over the heating element, and cleaning that can be a bit of a pain. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to be aware of.
The cracking dome, the Achilles heel of the Nuwave. Now, let's talk about the big one, the issue that has frustrated so many Nuwave owners, the cracking dome. A quick search online will reveal countless stories and photos of these domes developing cracks, sometimes after only a few uses. This isn't just a cosmetic issue. A cracked dome can be a safety hazard. From my research, it seems the original clear plastic domes were made from a material that was simply not durable enough to withstand the repeated heating and cooling cycles. The company's response for a long time was to offer replacements, but often customers had to pay for shipping and handling. This led to a lot of frustration and ultimately a class action lawsuit. So, has Nuwave addressed this? Yes and no. They now offer a more durable, amber-colored power dome, which is made from a different, more heat-resistant plastic. Newer models of the Pro Plus 2 often come with this upgraded dome. However, if you have an older model or buy one secondhand, you might end up with the original, more fragile version. My advice? If you're going to buy a Nuwave, make sure you get one with the power dome. It's a significant improvement in durability and will save you a lot of potential headaches down the road. It's a shame that the company's reputation has been tarnished by this issue, because when the dome is intact, the oven itself performs quite well.
The verdict. Who is the Nuwave Pro Plus 2 actually for? So, after all the cooking, the cleaning, and the research, what's the final verdict on the Nuwave Pro Plus 2 infrared oven? This is not an appliance that will completely replace your conventional oven. If you're an avid baker or someone who loves to cook large, elaborate meals for a crowd, this probably isn't for you. The cooking capacity is limited, and it has its limitations with certain types of food. However, the Nuwave Pro Plus 2 excels in a few key areas. If you're a busy professional, a parent juggling a hectic schedule, or anyone who values convenience, the ability to cook delicious, healthy meals from frozen in a fraction of the time is a massive win. It's also a fantastic option for those in small apartments or dorms who may not have a full-sized oven. It's also a great tool for anyone looking to eat a little healthier. The design allows a significant amount of fat to drip away from your food, resulting in leaner meals without sacrificing flavor.
So here's my final breakdown. Some downsides. The infamous cracking dome on older models is a major durability concern, not ideal for baking or achieving a crispy crust on things like pizza. The power head can be awkward to clean. The 100 presets feel more like a gimmick than a genuinely useful feature. Ultimately, the Nuwave Pro Plus 2 is a flawed but often brilliant kitchen appliance. If you can get past the potential durability issues of the dome, and I strongly recommend getting the Power Dome version, you'll be rewarded with an incredibly convenient and effective way to get delicious meals on the table fast. It hasn't completely replaced my oven, but it has earned a permanent spot on my countertop for those nights when I need a quick, healthy, and satisfying meal without the fuss. So, should you buy it? So what do you think? Do you own a Nuwave Pro Plus 2? What has your experience been like? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this review helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more honest kitchen gadget reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.